very warm welcome. You're watching CNN News 18 and we are bringing you breaking inputs. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is now in his second leg of the two-nation tour. He's just arrived in Cairo, being received by the Egyptian Prime Minister over there. Prime Minister Modi in Cairo now for a very significant visit. Let me tell you why this visit is extremely significant, because this is the first time that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is visiting Egypt ever since he came to power in the year 2014, and a lot rests upon this visit as well. In the next 2 days, Prime Minister is expected to make some very significant cultural visits. He will also be addressing the Indian diaspora, but most importantly, he will also be meeting the Grand Mufti of Egypt, who has a very significant role in the Arab world, not just within Egypt, and will also have a host of bilateral meets which will take, or rather deepen, the India-Egypt strategic ties, which have come a long way ever since the relationship of Prime Minister Nehru and President Nasser of Egypt. And as you can see, Prime Minister Modi is being accorded the ceremonial welcome. Let's listen. All right, so Prime Minister Narendra Modi finally landing in Cairo, also received by Prime Minister of Egypt, Mustafa Madbouli. I'm also joined in by our international news correspondent Abhishek Jha on the phone line. Abhishek, heartwarming visuals to see Prime Minister Modi now finally arriving at the second leg of his two-nation tour. What is on the itinerary to begin with today and tomorrow?
So, Akansha, this visit, though it's very short, but it's very crucial and important. Prime Minister had to visit Egypt 3 years back, but due to COVID pandemic, he could not get there. In between, there has been a lot of high delegation level visits between Egypt and India. In fact, President El-Sisi was the chief guest at this year's Republic Day celebration also. He had traveled to India 3 times already, and it was Prime Minister's time of turn, obviously, to visit Egypt. What is important this time, Akansha, that India-Egypt relationship are going to be upgraded to strategic level this time, and this says that the relationship has moved beyond being transactional. The relationship that has started and that has a foundation way back in 60s when Nehru, Nasser, Tito started this non-aligned movement.
Right.
That has a 60-odd years, 60-plus years of friendship and partnership. What is also unique is that India in Asia and Egypt in Africa wants to maintain their strategic autonomy as well. So in that sense, these two countries have still tried to keep themselves balanced and neutral on several global issues and not falling in the camp of any particular bloc, either West or Chinese bloc or Russian bloc.
An important highlight, Abhishek, of today's visit is going to be that much-awaited roundtable meet that will be conducted in roughly 3 hours from now. What should one expect from that roundtable meet that will be presided over by Prime Minister Modi and the Egyptian President?
So, Egyptian Prime Minister with several of his high-level ministers will also be present during this roundtable discussion, where Indian side and Egyptian side will discuss about this, what we call strategic autonomy, defense, global and regional issues of people-to-people engagement. Then there are, recently India was able to give a special benefit to Egypt during the time of global grain crisis in the wake of Russia-Ukraine war. The Egyptian side had asked for a consignment of wheat, which India had allowed despite having banned all the wheat and, export of flour. So that is tells how much of importance India gives to Egypt in terms of being friend, being a partner, being an ally, or being a strategic partner. So these issues will be discussed, and how to cement these ties will be important. Prime Minister is also expected to visit Heliopolis, a war memorial where India has also been a contributor. So, interestingly, we'll be seeing a lot of, good visual of Prime Minister interacting with Indian community also there. Senior dignitaries also there. People from all communities will be present. Bora community is important.
Right.